Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. So we were warned this summer, happy warning, right? That if the Bud Light boycott movement trend continued at the pace it was on, that Anheuser-Busch would be at risk of losing storage space and shelf space in the fall in retail stores and other stores and stuff like that, right? And so we've come to that point where this one from the Daily Mail, Bud Light is set to lose shelf space at major retailers as grocers dedicate space to better selling beers as boycott continues over brand since its calamitous partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. Bud Light is set to lose shelf space at major retailers across the country as the fallout continues. One beer industry expert told ABC News over the weekend that retailers are likely to want to dedicate valuable shelf space to better selling brews. Since recruiting Mulvaney, Bud Light has fallen from grace as America's favorite beer, being dethroned by Mexican beer Modelo Especial, following a major drop in beer sales and volume. The beer expert Anson Fredericks, who formerly worked for Anheuser-Busch, the brewer that produces Bud Light, said that it's likely the beer will be gone from prominent positions in Walmart, Quick Trip, and 7-Eleven shortly. In a busy shopping period on a Friday or Saturday night, if you don't have the beer available cold on the shelf, consumers pick something else, Fredericks told ABC. You see here August to August, Modelo is up 9.6% and Bud Light is down 20.1%. Everybody's favorite character. He added that shelf space is the single largest determinant of sales in a store. There will be a dramatic shift, Fredericks added. Bud Light is still reeling since the partnership back in April. The beer has been surpassed by Modelo, Coors, and Yuengling in sales. Frederick's statements were echoed by Dave Williams, vice president of analytics and insights at Bump Williams Consulting, said that it's commonplace for retailers to monitor sales figures in order to decide what brand gets prime position on the shelves. There's explosive growth on one side and sharp decline on the other. This does have that ripple effect where if Bud Light loses space on the shelf, that could make it a longer-term endeavor to claw back to where they were if they're ever able to do that in the first place, Williams said. You've got to be on the shelf first to be selling, he added. Meanwhile, a Bud Light distributor in Wisconsin told ABC he was surprised by how long the boycott has lasted. The boycott has lasted longer than anybody thought. Every retailer has their own opinion for what sales warrant on their shelves. Time will tell, he said. Okay. The company said that Bud Light sales were down 27% over a 4-week period in September against the same time period in 2022. So 27% is like literally just pretty much the average. It's 26 to 30% week over week, every week. Just last week, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates bought 1.7 million shares of Anheuser-Busch on the back of Wall Street analysis encouraging investors to buy stock in the drinks brand. So he just listens to Wall Street analysts, and that's how he makes his investments, I guess. This month saw Bud Light's latest attempt to bring back former drinkers with the launch of bottles specific to college sports teams, including the University of Kentucky Wildcats. Okay. I don't know why they mentioned that particular team, but whatever. In August, Bud Light's parent company expressed confidence that its U.S. market share has stabilized after a promotion with a transgender influencer cost its sales. Anheuser-Busch InBev said Thursday that its U.S. revenue fell 10.5% in the second quarter. The company said its total U.S. market share for all brands fell more than 5% to 36.9% in April, but then remained stable from the end of April through the end of June. Some of the company's brands like Busch Light, Michelob Ultra have gained U.S. market share. See, that's the problem. Some people switched off of Bud Light, but then they stayed at Anheuser-Busch and went to Busch Light or Michelob Ultra, right? Which is unfortunate. They tried to make a principled move, but Anheuser-Busch was just a little bit too spread out, I guess. Hopefully those folks became more aware, and they went ahead and switched off of those to, Coors, Yuengling, something better. InBev CEO Michael Doukeris said in August during an earnings call that the company plans to provide financial support to U.S. wholesalers through the end of December to make up for lost Bud Light sales. So, that's assuming that statement came assuming that they would be back on their feet by December, I'm sure. It's not going to happen. I can promise you that. But he also said internal polling shows that 80% of U.S. consumers remain favorable or neutral towards the brand. 1, they want to enjoy their beer without a debate. 2, they want Bud Light to focus on beer. 3, they want Bud Light to concentrate on platforms that all consumers love, such as the NFL and music, he said. Well, I don't know if they want necessarily at this point Bud Light to do all that. I think they probably want a beer to do that, and American beer particularly, I would guess. That's what I would prefer. We're taking the feedback and working hard to earn our consumers' business. Like I said, that's Dukeris acting like everything's going to be back to normal by December. But let NFL season, let football season fix it for you, right? We'll let the rabid NFL crazy fans fix it for us by sponsoring and forcing them to buy Bud Light as their only option at NFL games and college games, right? Some investors raised concerns about the company's discounts on Bud Light in early July. For example, one Michigan grocery store was offering a $15 rebate on a 24-pack of Bud Light, which normally sells for $20.99. But Dukeris said price increases over the last year have put the company in a better position to offer discounts. He also said summer marketing campaigns were planned even before the Bud Light situation. Well, of course they had those planned. They also, after the Bud Light situation, they promised that they were going to triple their marketing, dollars spent to try to win everybody back. And it pretty much seems to me like everybody's just moved away from it. There's not a whole lot of shifting going around right now. So it might have leveled off, but the fact remains they're down 25% of their revenue on this. They're down 25% of their volume, their sales. That's not what any company is looking to do. Especially it's kind of a slap in the face. He's talking about they raised the price on everybody, so now they got room for discounts. How about you want to be a real American beer brand for the Americans? How about giving it to us at a reasonable price instead of having it marked up so high if you had it marked up so high? It doesn't make you look good by saying that, in my opinion. But you know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're hitting some new milestones with the channel, so I appreciate everybody that stayed to the end. Guys that have been here since the beginning and all the way to now. Welcome to all the new viewers. If you came over here from a chicken video, making these long-form news analysis videos is my passion. I'll continue to do the chicken shorts every day, pretty much, and then this is the other content you get. So come for the chicken shorts, stay for the long form videos, right? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate you guys being here.